Hi and welcome to Indigo Starfire. My name is Bevin, and in this video I'm going to be doing a channeled message from the person who ghosted you or ran from your connection. There are three groups to choose from. Group 1 is the Carnelian. Group 2 is the Black Tourmaline. And group 3 is the Citrine. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups, or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to, I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps in the description box of the video for each group if you would like to jump ahead. And up next is a close-up photo of the crystals to help you better make your selection. Hi, Group 1. You chose the Carnelian. So I'm going to start by pulling some tarot, and I will use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense, using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we, and following this initial section of the reading, I'll get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first part, or can serve as additional messages from this person's higher self, and then I'll close out the reading with some initials. So, what does the person who ghosted you or ran from your connection want you to know at this time? Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, the Devil, Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. I was in the past and still am in so many ways motivated by surface level appearances. What had been sparked and stirred within me, this awakening, this recognition of you, not just as someone who could fulfill my material needs, but someone who was offering deeper layers of emotional connection than I was used to prioritizing or experiencing in my life, was both something intriguing and frightening, and so I chose the path of least resistance. I chose to run. I am now in a place where my options are becoming limited. Though I have so much of what I have been seeking in a material sense, there is a vacancy within me that all that I try to fill and stuff in this place, a special portion of my heart where you had gained access even without my permission, is not able to be quieted. I am unable to be perfectly satisfied, not in the ways in which I felt at one, at harmony, at peace and contentment with you. I was not prepared for meeting somebody who came so close to the notion of wish fulfillment that I had put on the back burner, deferred as a dream which I could not have, in conjunction with other outer trappings and definitions of success. It was this or that, and I had told myself that it couldn't be both. And when you came into my life and offered me something more, something fulfilling, something truer than even the most substantial of my accolades and the rewards of my hard work, I chose to disbelieve that what you had to offer, who you were truly, what you were demonstrating so consistently to me, was in fact something in my best interest. And I leaned into the polarity of telling myself that to succumb to you fully, to open up, to keep you close would ultimately mean my detriment. And I had worked far too hard to come to the place of success in an outwardly defined sense, to allow something as trivial as happiness, as wish fulfillment, as matters of the heart, to steer me off course. I was sorely mistaken in this estimate, and yet I am too firmly rooted in the position I am currently holding to turn back around now and to offer you words of apology. I fear that they would fall on deaf ears. I have so much to learn, so much that needs to be grown and released emotionally within me, before even a simple utterance to you would carry the vibration of sincerity necessary to make you certain that I was sincere this time. I don't know if I will ever reach the place of being able to risk losing so greatly in order to win so much. I know that love shouldn't be this difficult. I see others around me who are experiencing layers of connection that fit the description of what happiness and partner should look like in an outward sense. And I see the spark and the light in their eyes that suggests a secret connection that goes beyond definitions, a sense of true contentment when two like-minded souls collide and choose to move through the storms of life together. I am jealous and I am envious of these individuals for the sacredness of what they have cultivated, for what they have found. And I am resentful to myself as well, because I know deep inside that I had a fragment of that. We almost had that together. We were so close to making that work. And it was my needs, and it was my mistrust, and it was my deception of myself that has now put us into a place where there is so much lost time to make up from. And I don't really feel that I have cultivated something worthy of proving to you that I am in it for the long haul. Not yet. The way in which I am focused at this point in time, I am putting one foot in front of the other. The well-worn track feels the most comfortable, and I am used to the acute sense of longing inside by now. Part of me feels it would take a miracle in order to jostle me loose from the path that I am walking, to circle back around to you and say I am ready now, as I should have been right from the start. But there are lessons to learn, some which may be harsh, though the space next to me may be occupied in the future by another. I already anticipate that even if there is joy to be found there, it will not even be a fraction of what was possible if I had just unlocked my heart a little bit more, trusted a little longer, thwarted the urge and the coping mechanism and tendency within me to run when things feel truly good, comfortable, new, and safe. I have been so used to fighting for everything I wanted in this life, and your love came so easily. And I regret that I could not prioritize and see the gift in this, that I questioned what you were offering, that I questioned my own sense of worthiness to receive, and that I have now put us in this place where our roads have diverged from one another, and it is up to me in order to ensure that they converge once again. I wish I had more to offer to you at this point in time, but I am still running so profoundly for myself. I hope that you are able to see through the illusion of ways in which you may have been made to feel inadequate or like you were asking too much. It was never you who was the problem. You were not too intense. There was nothing lacking in what you presented to me. I am the one with the void inside. I am the one who carries deficit, despite the fact that I appear so abundant to the casual onlooker. And it is you, and you alone, who knows this paradox that I am. I pray you keep my secret. I pray that there is still time yet for us to rediscover one another, if that is meant to be, if I can get out of my own way long enough to admit to myself and to you that as much as I may have everything that I want as far as traditional definitions of success, the true measure of worth, the true longing, that truth of the heart which you presented, is something which I have never stopped yearning for. And if I don't take steps to make matters right between the two of us, I know that I will carry this emptiness inside, where you were once my sunshine and we were so close to forever, for the rest of my days. So those are your messages. In terms of signs, with the swords, we've got air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Pentacles is Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Cups is water, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Wands is fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the Devil is Capricorn. So let's see, what else does this person want you to know from their higher self right now? Okay, and they say, I've been putting myself first. I've been seeing it's only hurting me more. I hold back because I don't want to be rejected. I don't want you to be with anyone else. I regret walking away from you. I want to dedicate a song to you. I've been telepathically communicating with you. I don't know how to express my love to you, so I keep it inside. And I'm not hiding the connection for the wrong reasons. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or they could spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got A, N, M, M, D, B, T, U, C, H, L, V, Y, L, S, G, Y, and J. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters, including several varieties of channeled message readings similar to this one. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. And I've launched a second channel here on YouTube, which is called Lady of the Dawn Tarot. There's a link to that in the description box of the video, as well as in the channel section of my page. The format over there consists of readings related to topics other than love and romance for the most part. So if you're looking for something a little different from me, that is the place to find it. I thank you for your support there, as well as for your continued support here on this channel. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 2. Chose the black tourmaline. So I'm going to start by pulling some tarot, and I will use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energies surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And following this initial section of the reading, I will pull some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first part, or can serve as additional messages from this person's higher self to you. And then I'll close out the reading with some initials. So, what does the person who ghosted you or ran from your connection want you to know at this time? Okay, we have the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, Six of Swords, Nine of Cups, Page of Wands, the Emperor, Six of Wands, and the Page of Cups. I was so ill prepared for what you had to offer, and it really shook my ego in an uncomfortable way. How you demonstrated a purity of love, a knowingness, a trust, that is something that after all my years and experience and efforts to grow, evolve, and understand myself so deeply, were something that were a far horizon I had been unable to reach. I failed to see that by joining forces with you, I could become stronger, better, healed, and more loving. I took the tenderness you had to offer in an adversarial fashion. I viewed you as my enemy, when the truth was the foe resides within my heart still. I am too proud to turn around now and tell you that I was simply frightened by the beautiful measure of what you had to offer, by the sense that this might just be the connection that helped to break me out of a cycle of perpetual disappointment that kept me running, that kept me from laying down roots, that kept me in a position of feeling that I must masquerade as whoever the person that I was conjoined with needed me to be, that there was no place for my authenticity, not until I met you. We are the same kind of heart, though I am more tarnished, but I am sure that you hold shadows within you have managed to alchemize into beauty and light. I was afraid of the symbiosis between the two of us. I was afraid of the healing your love had to offer. I was afraid of your invitation wordlessly and through your accepting and loving ways to leave behind my past, embark forward, forget all of my disappointments, and to learn to love again. And now I find myself trapped, an island of my own creation, and all hope is now at a distance. I pushed you away, and there is nothing more that I want in this moment than your closeness. I fear that after everything that has happened, if I were to reach out at this point, the light of your love would have all but been extinguished. You might look at me with compassion because you're just that kind of person, but I know that you will never look at me with the same light that once shined in your eyes. Trust has been broken, grievously, and this is the penance that I feel I must pay in this lifetime, to know that I had the opportunity to begin again, to move towards something so pure, and I squandered that. And all in my surroundings, my whole kingdom, which once helped to prop and elevate my ego, now appears like cardboard compared to the substance and the value of what you were offering, simply by being yourself. I have so much to learn, and I am afraid to reach towards you and say, help me, teach me to love. Show me the ways to move beyond the disappointment and the shadows that I harbor inside, so that a new day can dawn, a new version of me can be birthed, so that we could begin again. It has been a long road in circles, round and round the same point I keep revolving. I am only able to escape the memories of how I crushed such beautiful potential between the two of us for so long. The entertainments and distractions which once kept me in a place of avoiding my heart space now are only momentary pauses before I am right back in that space of illumination, seeing how far out of reach I have now pivoted myself from salvation, from redemption, from what we were building together. I cannot numb myself in the same way I once did, and this too frightens me. I don't know who I am if I am not running. There are no more places to hide. You, having touched my life, have illuminated so much, though I turned a blind eye and pretended not to listen. I heard every word you said. I felt it with my heart. I wasn't aware that such perceptions existed within me, that two people wordlessly could communicate soul to soul with one another, have an impact, catalyze a healing journey to begin. And I hope that for all the ways that I am stubborn and stuck in my patterns, that you have found the courage and strength to cauterize your wounds, move forward, and keep that beautiful heart of yours wide open. I pray that someone comes to you in the not too distant future who is excited and runs toward the love you have to give, rather than taking the coward's route back into familiar territory, into the existence that I am living in, where on the surface all is opulent, but inside there is but a shallow shell of what should be substance, meaning, and value. If our paths are to cross again, I hope that you will still look at me with a slight smile on your face, an inner knowing, and that our journey can continue, perhaps in another form, perhaps in some way I can be part of your life again, but I know that this is a large order to place. I do not feel worthy of being near you at this time. I have squandered the potential of what we could have become. I have squandered the gift of your heart that was offered so selflessly and so truly. And so it feels to be my lot in life, at least at this time, to sit and sup on the ashes of yesterday, the memories of what could have been, to continue to expend so much of my energy in convincing myself day in and day out that I am truly happy with the decisions that are made, that I am truly better off here in the silence and away from you, when the reality is I am scared beyond measure and description, that you were my saving grace in this life, and without you, I am forever a lost soul. So those are your messages. In terms of signs, with the cups, we've got water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the Emperor is Aries. So let's see, what else does this person want you to know right now from their higher self? Okay, and they say, I've been astral projecting to you. No one can change my love for you. You gave me that spark. I'm a better person because of you. You've really changed me. I've thought about taking a trip with you. It was you. It was always you. I reminisce a lot on the times spent with you. And I've been feeling your presence around me. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got J, R, N, X, O, U, M, W, C, E, O, L, A, Y, T, W, V, and K. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters, including several varieties of channeled message readings similar to this one. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. And I've launched a second channel here on YouTube, which is called Lady of the Dawn Tarot. There's a link to that channel in the description box of the video, as well as in the channel section of my page. The format over there consists of readings related to topics other than love and romance for the most part. So if you're looking for something a little different from me, that is the place to find it. I thank you for your support there, as well as for your continued support here on this channel. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 3. You chose the Citrine. So I'm going to start by pulling some tarot, and I will use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And following this initial section of the reading, I will get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first part or can serve as additional messages for you from this person's higher self, and then I'll close out the reading with some initials. So, what does the person who ghosted you or ran from your connection want you to know at this time? Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, Justice, the World, Four of Wands, Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. I am getting so many signs and reminders that are urging me to take a first crucial step back in your direction, to reach out simply and truly and tell you, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I mishandled your heart, and I was unable to perceive before the gift of what you were offering me in terms of a space in your life, a place within your consideration. You were always so patient with me, and I took that for granted in the past. I assumed that when I got done wandering, running from myself, and from the inevitable conclusion that I am hopelessly and forever in love with you, that you would just be there with a simple smile, openness, warmth, and telling me, welcome home. It's fine that you took as long as you did. I'm just glad that you've discovered the truth finally. This is all wishful thinking, and the reality of how we move forward from this point involves so much action, effort on my part, that feels daunting. I question if I am up to this task. I wonder, how much is too much at this point, or not enough? Is it too little too late? Would anything I would say now even matter to you? You are the perfect embodiment of what I have been looking for in a partner. I am compelled in your direction, even now, even from a distance, and I hope that you can feel my yearning, my soul crying out for you, even after everything that has happened, after everything that I've done. The silence weighs heavy. This is not a comfortable position that I find myself in, and I have no one to blame but myself. Things were challenging, but I should have tried harder. I should have fought to keep my heart open, to keep trusting and believing that we could make it through anything, especially the difficulty which existed in my skepticism of believing that I was a lucky enough person to have finally encountered the one I had been searching for all along, the one who would change everything for me, the one who would finally represent that place of home that I had been longing for so long. I am watching you from a distance, and I am sending signs in your direction. As a prelude to what? I'm still not sure at this point. I know that I need to break the silence, that every day that goes by, it becomes harder and harder to backpedal, to make up for lost time, to convince you that I mean what I say this time around. I'm on the brink of taking drastic action. My nerves get the best of me, but I am compelled by a force greater than my understanding. My heart wants what it wants, and I only want you. The mistakes I have made in the past, with you and in other areas of my life, are a burden that have no place in a new beginning between the two of us. And so I need you to trust that as much as I want to run towards you, there is a part of me which is holding back until I formulate a plan which involves emphatically, definitely, and for the long term, a vacating of many of the previous coping mechanisms I had leaned upon, tethers and chains to my past which had limited all the possibility of what we were to experience together. It is in the unshackling of these aspects within self that I feel I will be liberated to begin again with you. I am being patient, and I know that your patience is running thin. And I pray every day that there is strength from somewhere inside of myself, which becomes available so that I can make difficult decisions and move away from what is no longer serving me, back in the direction of you who were always so right. Right from the start, I knew that you were the one. And if I am allowed a chance to make things up for you, I promise that this time around, things will be different. So I am in a process of readying myself, of changing, of metamorphosizing, of becoming more compassionate with me, first and foremost, so that I am able to offer something to you which is pure and lasting and good. I feel you holding space for me and for my return, and for whatever might yet develop between the two of us, even as you are prioritizing yourself, focusing on your own needs, and having surrendered so much of your expectations of what could and should happen between the two of us. And I am grateful for this, the space and time you have afforded me, taking your eye off the prize of what we were to become to one another, in order to refocus on the prize which has always been there. It has always been you. It is your life above all else. You focusing on this way allows me to focus on what I need to do to better myself, to realize that I am whole just as I am, that I no longer need to leave fragments of myself tethered to the past, that I am allowed to only bring forth what works for me, what I want to cultivate moving forward. I cannot undo what has been done between the two of us, but I can strive to plant better seeds moving forward. And so I hope that there will still be time for me to finish this process of becoming, to let myself loose, unchain myself, recognize that I always have been free. And it is from this place of sovereignty that I vow to you, I will return, even if it is just to face rejection, because I cannot stand the thought of leaving you with so many questions. You have already been put on hold for far too long. So those are your messages. In terms of signs with the world, we have fixed energy, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Justice is Libra. Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Cups is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And Pentacles is earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So let's see what else this person wants you to know right now from their higher self. Okay, and they say my nerves have been getting the best of me. I've been expanding my spiritual knowledge, I know you're my twin flame. I've been manifesting our connection. The thought of explaining myself and apologizing scares me. I don't want to see the pain I've caused in your eyes. Even though we're not together, I just can't see myself letting you go. I really hate not communicating as much as I want to. And I was in denial. So the initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got D, H, P, H, W, B, V, S, I, F, X, K, U, M, F, Y, and G. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you would like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters, including several varieties of channeled message readings similar to this one. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. And I've launched a second channel here on YouTube, which is called Lady of the Dawn Tarot. There's a link to that in the description box of the video, as well as in the channel section of my page. The format over there consists of readings related to topics other than love and romance for the most part. So if you're looking for something a little different from me, that is the place to find it. I thank you for your support there, as well as for your continued support here on this channel. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.